Well, welcome back to our second week as we're just preparing, well not preparing, we are leaving, aren't we?
Yeah.
This Haven caravan site. It's been actually quite good.
Yeah, I mean you can see as we're coming out of the site that it was quite a basic pitch and quite bumpy and actually caused a little bit of damage, which we'll tell you about on another occasion. But now we're leaving Perran Sands and heading off for an hour and a half towards Looe.
Yes indeed, we're just coming out. And Perran itself is actually quite a nice place to go and visit. It's a little town, as you'll see. We're just coming out here, but as it goes down that hill, down the bit, it's about a mile. Really good place to go and visit.
Yeah, a pretty little place, and here we are on our way. It wasn't very far to our next site, so as you'll find shortly, we left early. Kids are still sleeping, they take every opportunity they can. There's Sammy doing her usual early morning pose.
As you'll notice as well on this, I'm using the camera on the rear of the caravan for the first time, just to see what that's like. Well, this is us being good campers, look, because we're going to be early. Just popping into a little lay-by, so we can have a little rest and while away that extra hour. Yeah,
it didn't take us very long at all, so we just pulled into lay-by and dozed, really. Just dozed around.
Now, as you'll see, Cornwall roads are quite notorious. In fact, this one, as you can see now, the lanes have the white lines have just disappeared. The lanes are getting narrower and narrower.
And this is very scary when you are with the caravan and you kind of pray that you don't meet anything else coming the other way in those narrow bits. But of course, sod's law, you will.
Oh, this is your boo-boo, isn't it?
No, not my boo-boo.
Oh, yes, it is your boo-boo, major boo-boo.
Yeah. There are two caravan sites close to each other, and you know, sod's law, we take the wrong one. So here we are in the car park having to reverse our massive piece of kit back to go in the right entrance, and this is the kind of thing that really causes me to go into a panic.
I have to say, having that rear caravan on the back, rear camera on the back, that helped quite a bit. As you can see, we're going to speed this up a bit anyway, so you have to go through the entire page. But it was all down to sat-navs, wasn't it? Because you didn't actually use the proper one where you can put the sites in, so it would have taken us to the right.
Yeah, I use the postcode, and I shouldn't have done that. It's quite important when you read the site blurb. Quite often they'll tell you be careful, ignore the sat nav, and I didn't, to our cost. So you know, that was like a 10-minute of terror delay.
But I have to say, the Garmin sat nav, that one has actually, we bought that from the Caravan Club site, and they actually do have their sites in it, so you can just navigate to them, and we wouldn't have had all that hassle had we have used that. But anyway, that's what it's for.
We're here now. You can see we're on our proper site, so we're just parked up, you know, letting them know we're here. And on this site we have to look for a pitch which has a notice on to say larger units, so we kind of know what area of the site we're going to be in. This is a big site, we've been here once before, and it's split on 2 levels, but however
There's a pool there, by the way.
Yeah, there is a pool, quite small, often full. Loads of rabbits in that corner. Yeah, she used to love that corner. They were there day and night as well. But as you'll probably notice, the pitches are quite small and there's quite a narrow space between the pitches, so it would have been a real tight squeeze for us to get our van onto one of these pitches.
Coming up, you'll notice that I've slowed the speed down a little bit to show you the wildlife and the perils of not doing things with your bin. You'll find out why in a second.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful about leaving bin bags and rubbish outside
so
unguarded.
Those birds have already done that. And watch that seagull. Oh.
Bugger.
I know. So these are probably people that have just gone out for the day, and when they come back there'll be rubbish all over their site.
So as we're turning here, you can see off in the background, that's the other level of the caravan, and we've just gone past the entrance to the dog walk. And these sites on the pitches on the left are the service pitches, which are interesting, aren't they, Steve?
Just slightly. I mean, first of all, there's no way you'd be able to put a big caravan. Look at the size of some of those. and they are right opposite the children's play area,
which is a huge play area.
And all the kids on, fairly nice days, which it was most of the time, they were laughing and screaming and playing, and as kids do, for a long time.
Yeah, some of them, some of the older children will stay hanging around there till at least 10 o'clock at night.
Now we are getting close to our pitch, but as you can see here, it's actually going up quite a bit, and I thought, I'll just go forward a bit more and I should be able to reverse straight back into it, and away you go. But then I did spot we were going down quite steep, so I thought, hang on, we better stop and have a quick butcher's at the back of the caravan, see how close it is to the ground.
You have to really be careful with that, because it's very easy to scrape the bottom of the caravan. You can do it sometimes without knowing, and that's what happened here. In the end, we had to unhook the caravan and use the mover to get it onto the pitch, which actually, when we were on it, was a lovely pitch and very level. And after we settled in, Steve decided to put the GoPro on the bike and just have a little spin around the site, see what it was like, nosy at other people's caravans. This is a fairly regular event for Steve.
I just wanted to see if those birds had still been there, or whether the owners had cleaned that mess up, and they have. If you recall, on the way in we actually went straight on here, but if you turned right, there was another part of this caravan club site. It's like think of it as a bow tie type shape. So we've done one half of the bow tie and this is the other half. And apparently, according to the blurb, you can see Looe itself from down the bottom here, and and from those pitches right down the end you can.
One of the first things we do on any site is try and find the dog walking area so that Jess can have a run. Hopefully there won't be any other dogs around at the time. We wouldn't take her off lead if there were other dogs here.
I don't want her to go right to the end because there's loads of barbed wire down there.
Now, in terms of activities on this site, there was obviously crazy golf, there was obviously the play park, which is not really for bigger kids, there was a swimming pool, and of course there was tennis. I'll put it by that one for safety. I don't think Auntie Burry's got anything to worry about, do you?
No, I don't.
Here, let's try proper surf. That will well. There we go. Perfect. There's another one. Yeah! Right, we're going to try for a ride. Don't worry about that. The downside to this particular site is there was no restaurant, but the site next door did have, and when I say next door I mean 100 yards, and a dog friendly restaurant. So I potted up there and came back with a menu, and it was normal, like, think of harvester type menu. It was fine and dandy, just what we needed.
Well, yes, definitely better than cooking yourself. And please join us in our film next time, when we will be sharing some of our days out in the second week of our holiday. Steve and I actually getting a day out on our own as the kids went shopping. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell so you get notifications of our next film.